obviously who's gonna stay home and taking care of the kids is the woman, you know, because at the end of the day, men are meant to lead. They are supposed to be providers. You understand? An independent woman is not saying that she doesn't want you to be a provider, but she as a woman also feels like, for me, it's an accomplishment when I also bring something to the table. You understand? I always say that a woman's money is for rainy days. You know, as a man.
Most of the time, if a woman tells me that I want to be independent, already now, do you know what I'm thinking as a guy? When you say that I want to be independent, already I'm thinking like, oh, you want to be independent? It means that should I want to do something for you, you'd feel like, oh, nah, I've got my own money. You understand what I'm saying? Because of that's what most independent women do. You understand? But the way you put it right now, it's about balancing.
I love the word.
Yes, I like that. It's about balance, because that's actually how it's supposed to be. When you say you want to be independent, you are saying that when you are in a relationship with someone, as a woman, you are in a relationship with a man. You don't want to be like 100% just feed off from him. You understand? You want it to be balanced, so that when you have your own personal life, meaning that you have your family at home and whatever, so that you can also be able to, from your own pockets, do something for them and not just look to the guy to do that for you. So that's what I actually understood.
Basically, what you guys are saying in a nutshell is that independent women recognize sometimes that being in a relationship is not actually just the man bringing their part, but actually it's a partnership.
It's a partnership. When women speak about independence, I just feel like a lot of people get it wrong. When a woman says she's independent, she doesn't mean she wants to be alone. You understand? It's just, I feel like for me, it's about achieving my goals. Right now in my 20s, I want to be selfish with myself. Before I find someone, I need to feel whole. You understand? I'm one person. I just feel like when you want to invest in somebody else, you need to invest in yourself first. You understand? That's so that when you guys come together, it's not like you pouring into each other's cups, into an empty cup. It should overflow. You understand? So with me, I just feel like with being independent, it's just saying to a man that, you know what, let me just achieve my goals, you know, all my ambitions, everything that I just want to do in life. Let me just achieve all those things, and then we can start having balance. Then we can start talking about, okay, now we're gonna have a family. When we start having a family, it's a thing of obviously who's gonna stay home and taking care of the kids is the woman, you know, because at the end of the day, men are meant to lead. They are supposed to be providers. You understand? An independent woman is not saying that she doesn't want you to be a provider, but she as a woman also feels like, for me, it's an accomplishment when I also bring something to the table. You understand? I always say that a woman's money is for rainy days. You know, as a man, sometimes, okay, there's some men who don't like working a 9-to-5 job, right? You go into business. We need to be real about business. There's gonna be rainy days where you need money, where business is not starting to do well, especially when it starts. You know, when it starts, it's where you invest all of your money in, and then what are you gonna do? You know, you can't have a partner who's just sitting there, who's just looking at you. You know, you need the kind of partner who's like, okay, babe, you know what? I understand that you use most of your money for business. Okay, the money that I have saved can last us for to pay for the cars, to pay for the house, to pay for the kids' school fees, and also have something also on the side for us. You know, because there's things that you need on a daily basis. You understand? Just to maintain that lifestyle you had before you started business. So that's my thing. I just feel like when you start dating an independent woman, it's very important to communicate with her. You understand? It's a thing of the reason why independent women are also so guarded and they're so scared to be like to date. It's because they just feel like men feel like they want to be the men in the relationship, and it's not like that. We don't want to be the men. It's just that we understand, like we face reality. You know, we know what's real. You know, it's not.
She has a lot to say. Wow. Why was she so afraid
like she's so
about
smart, and you know what? I'm sitting here, I'm smiling. I'm like, God damn it, friend, why did you bring her on? Like, I don't know what to say after that.
Dude, it's like she's taking over the podcast.
Yeah,
and I love it.
Like I like everything the way she put it.
Your points are valid though, right?
But you know, it actually, I don't know about you, Frank. It actually, I just learned something. It taught me something because. My thing is this, and I'm going to be honest with this. My woman always says like, I want to be independent, blah, blah, blah. Then I'm like, I'm independent. No man, why independent? So the way you put it now, it actually makes sense because of she tried explaining to me, but kind of like maybe I did not understand the way you put it now. That actually what she meant was, you know, there's a lot that I want to do at home. Will you be able to do it now because you are also still hustling and doing whatever and whatever. So now I understand, now I get it, that it's all about, as you said, keyword, balance. You understand? That's amazing.
Recognizing that I also, as a woman, have a role to play within the relationship. That's what I took out from the whole thing. So I'd like to make this, to talk about this person. Who's this owner of Amazon?
I don't know.
I forgot the name now.
I really don't know.
He was once one of the richest person in the world, right? Sorry. When he started out, I like his story because when he started out, they say it was in a garage. The woman was actually taking care of the rainy day. Because of that, there was a rainy phase by that time, right? So, but the woman was behind the guy, supporting the vision with taking care of the bills and whatnot. So she was taking care of those rainy days. And now, where is Amazon starting now? You understand? But now, as you mentioned, for men that are going into business, especially when you're starting off, you're taking your whole investment, throwing it into the business. So what are you going to eat?
Exactly.
But now, I want to ask also, because I remember something that you said, so it brings me to this question. When will you know? Again, you say that you want to focus on your achievements first, right? Before you focus on your relationship. When will you know that I have achieved the achievements that I focused on a year? When? How will you know? Because of why am I asking that question? Because of I realize that we as human can never stop being hungry to achieve.
True.
Yeah.
That's
right.
True, yes.
So when do you know? Okay, no, but it's time for me to. Or because of one might be obsessed with achieving, and then only focus on achieving, and then lose the other part because of your obsession with that, your focus on that.
Okay. You know, let me make an example of me. I'll always say that. For instance, I'm Christian, right? And with me, when I set my goals, I become real with myself. So I don't set goals for 5 years. I set goals for 2 years, and a goal for a year. So everyone has a tick box where you say, okay, in 2023, these are the achievements that I want for my life. You know. So with me, I just feel like when I will know the things that I've set for myself, like the goals that I've set for myself, like I've achieved them, is when I feel like God feels like it's the right time to bring a husband or to bring a man into her life, a good man. Then I will know. Because, I mean, we need to be real. You know, when you find someone in the dating department, when you find someone, you know when you're not going to marry that person. You know when you see no future with this person. You know when you're like, as in, I'm not going to invest in this person. And you know when there's that person who has that spark, and you just feel like, you know what, I could risk it for this person, you know. But also with an independent woman, it's a thing of we want a man who is so passionate about his goals that, you know, an independent woman wants the kind of man who will be her biggest cheerleader. You understand? You could be, you know, sometimes you need to be real as a woman. You become lazy. You know, you sit down and you say, why are these kind of things not happening in my life? You don't know, like, you know, you've started with a thing, but it's just that there's that break in life where you just feel like, what am I doing? You know? And in that moment, when you have a partner, it's when you want someone who's like, hey, you know what? I believe in you, man. Try this, try that. But if you don't have that kind of partner, you know what? I haven't reached that goal. Because why would I have the kind of partner who's okay with me being lazy at home? The kind of partner who when I sit down or when we're dating, we don't talk about our dreams, things about that we're passionate about, how we're gonna split our finance. I mean, when you are in a relationship, obviously you're gonna spend money on each other. We need to be real with that. You understand? And also with men, it's a thing of when they get into a relationship with a female, they know we're taking so with an independent woman, let me make an example with business. She'll tell you, you know what, baby, I have a business plan. I have a business plan and this is my plan, but I only have 20K, you know, and then you say, okay, baby, you know what, I can do this for you. I can say, start a business. You understand? Maybe you also give her 20. She'll understand as an independent woman, you know. Already she was taking care of herself. I mean, with her hair, her nails, everything, you know. And then you invest in her. That's gonna do something to her. She's gonna trust you. You understand? She's gonna know, no, you know, this man actually believes in me. But if you have the kind of partner who's just like, no, you know what, but you know deep down in your heart, if this man wanted to, he would. You know, if a man wants to, he would invest in you, you know. So it's a thing of, with me, I just feel like I would know when I've achieved the right things, when I see who God is bringing the right man into my life and everything is just starting to make sense.
But now, how would you know? Like,
Frank, I knew you were going to emphasize on that. I knew it.
Listen. I have nothing against.
You don't.
Christian thinking.
Yes, I know.
Right?
I know. Yeah.
But I'm always intrigued about the logic behind how we justify that. You understand? So I want to know. What if?
Wait, are you dating now?
No.
You're not dating at all?
Dating now.
At all.
So how will you know?
That's the thing.
Listen, because of that's what I want to ask. Because of she speaks about God bringing that someone.
Yes. But how will
and then you think tricks.
That's
tricks
true.
you. So what if that guy about enough appearance you're like, nah, this one I won't last there. Because of sometimes you make a mistake of prejudging people, right? To be human.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm saying communication is so important when you get into a relationship. I mean, if when as a person, you know, you're passionate about a lot of things, you have goals in life that you want to achieve, and you've been dating someone for like 6 months and this person has never asked you, what are you passionate about? You understand? Has never asked you, what do you want to do with your life? Where do you see yourself in the next? I mean, if you feel like, for instance, when I start dating, I want someone who is so serious when they know that when we start dating, we are dating for marriage. We are not dating just to play games. You understand? One thing about me, I want to build an empire. So if I don't find a man who's willing, you know, to be passionate about what he's doing. I'm not saying he should be passionate about what I'm doing. I'm just saying he should be passionate about what he's doing.
He should have goals.
Yes,
he should have
exactly. You know, as a leader, that's what he's supposed to do. So I feel like with independent women, they just want to be an inspiration to themselves first, you know, so that when they find that kind of partner, they are not shaken and they are not moved by what they are doing. They don't feel like they are lazy, you know. The thing is, the goal is to find someone who doesn't make you feel like what you're doing in your life is wrong. You understand? And also with an independent woman, we don't want a man to mold us. We're not here to become your perfect partner. We have to be real that when you start dating someone, I mean, we are both different, you know. That's why I'm saying it's balance. We need to communicate and we need to talk away. You know what? I was raised like this. You were raised like this. I believe in this. You believe in this. I'm this kind of person. I'm this kind of woman, you know. And it's okay to be an independent woman. I mean, there's submissive women out here. And being an independent woman doesn't mean that you're not submissive. You understand? You will be submissive for the right man. You know, when he is ticking all the boxes that you know what? That's what I'm saying.
About boxes.
You know, because we like to tick.
I wanted to
ask.
Do you like to tick? You know, so it's a thing of you would just like the kind of men you would look up to and be proud to say in front of people, this is my husband. You know, I mean, for me, for instance, right, when I get an award for being the best actress, you know, who am I supposed to thank? My partner. Because I mean, when you start to get a serious person and when you start to have like what is this, when you start to get married, when you get married, it's God first, then your partner, then your family. You understand? So who are you going to thank first? God, then your partner. So you need to be proud when you stand in front of them and say, you know what, I am proud to be with this man because he's been supporting me in everything that I do, you know, not in a way where he says, no, I don't want you to be on screen looking like this. No, what are people going to, it's not about what people are going to say. It's about us, you know. I want the kind of person where we're not going to think about what people are saying out there. We are thinking about us. We are building. We are building. They are not going to help us with what we're doing. If you feel like what people are saying out there is best for you, then you're not the kind of partner that I want.
Thank you for saying the last words that you said now. So you do acknowledge that it's going to take trial and error for you to find that.
Yes.
And how are you going to make the trial and error?
I mean,
by dating.
Yes.
So that doesn't necessarily mean that the first person that you're gonna date
is gonna be my husband. Yes.
So what makes you not date now?
I just feel like for me the reason why I'm not dating now is just that I've set goals for myself right now, and I need to be real. What if a mistake happens and I fall pregnant? I'm not going to be able to achieve the goals that I've set for myself, you know. So I've always promised myself. My mom even says the same thing, that I've never missed a stage. I've always said this is what I'm gonna do, you know, because I'm still under my parents' roof. You understand? They're still paying for my studies, you know.
She still watches cartoons guys via the phone.
You know, so I don't want to bring another child in the picture, because if I have a partner, it's a thing of what if he's ready to have kids and I'm not, you know? And what if for instance I want to move abroad and he doesn't? Then what am I gonna do? I'm obviously gonna start thinking, should I leave that thing of going abroad, or should I stay with that man? No, I'm gonna move. You know, I'm gonna move. It means, and that is when I say, Hori, that is my child. You know, that is not gonna be the guy that I'm going to marry. Because if he was the guy that I was gonna marry, then when I say, you know what, baby, I want to move abroad, he was gonna say, okay, baby, give me 6 months. Let me find a job where you want to move.
And then I can
join you. Let me see Hori rante ki bukai khale. You know, when it's time, for instance, pound. You can see you're gonna start making a lot of money.
This woman is a traveler. Guys, whomever Ushebile podcast you must know your stuff,
I'm just saying.
You must know your stuff. She has the plan laid out, guys.
I have the plan laid out.
She has like the plan. Like I have women make plans. Like they have already.
You have to.
They are life laid out, but she's too detailed.
This is so amazing. This is so amazing because
she's detailed.
Frank told me about you being our guest. I only know about you're a model and whatnot.
Yes.
But it's so nice because of this is so natural. Because now only everything that I just heard now about you, and this is so inspiring, and it can even inspire other women, especially young women. You understand what I'm saying? Because the thing is this: when we talk about independence, other people might, especially the woman also. You mentioned the same thing also earlier about there are other people that are afraid of being independent.
Yes.
You understand? Because of you are sitting here today, you are young, you are saying to us all about this, you setting goals and doing what and whatnot. And the reason why you are not dating right now is because of you set goals for yourself and all of that. This will then will teach a lot of young girls and women out there, and even older women that are
even men, by the way,
even men also. You understand?
Because of the same basis apply to the men.
They apply to men also.
Right?
Because I work at independence, now can being independent meaning like Sheba. You want nothing from no one. You are independent.
Yes.
That's why I chose. That's why I chose the topic for today, right?
Yeah.
Because I understood that there's a lot of stereotype.
Yeah, a lot.
Still, and it's baffling because of we are in a new age, bruh. But we are in the AI age, bruh. Even robots are now. Artificial intelligence, I think they can reason better than us humans. So that's why I chose the topic for us to actually get a view of what truly that stands for. Because of there's a lot of stereotype that goes around that topic, and sometimes that's what leads relationships to be to sour, leads to abuse, because of now the man feels intimidated by independent woman, because of they, according to their stereotype, a woman is supposed to be this this thing, you understand, which is wrong, right? Remember, Trendless is all about addressing male issues. Like we tackling mental health of So this is part of that. Identifying that we as men, even our logic, our way of thinking might inflict pain on us and end up inflicting pain on the other party, which boils down back to inflicting pain on us. And it's one of those things.
And it's not wrong also if when you are in a relationship with a woman, fine, but it's not wrong if she's also earning more than you.
Exactly. You shouldn't feel intimidated by that. Exactly. That's one thing you shouldn't. Because at the end of the day, you're both benefiting from
and
it.
as long as you can be that supportive boyfriend or husband, as long as you can still do your duties as a man also, so that the person should love you for you and not just focus on the finances and all of that. Because of that is actually the main issue here about being independent, because of people think that when we're independent it's all about money. It is not just all about money.
It's not just about money, it's about being your own person, and recognizing, understanding and embracing being your own person, right? And Nanje, personally, that's what I love in a woman. My woman knows I love her because of she's independent. She is her own person. I know that she can survive without me. She doesn't depend on me, feel that I'm the only alpha and omega. I'm not the alpha and omega for her. There was me, there was her before me. And she knows that. But still, she's respectful when we interact. Do you understand what I'm saying? So that's what you spoke about, finding balance, but still balance is still being able to communicate, interact with your partner in a respectful and proper manner that acknowledges the person's role as a man, as a woman, but still not losing yourself to put your whole being as if like Sheba, when this person is not there, I can't gasp for air. Listen, I'm going to be breathless.
And that's what independent women don't want.
They don't want that.
Exactly.
So now, controlling men, what I've learned to realize that men that there's insecurities about, mostly they have insecurities that they're dealing with. So they are afraid to lose power. They want to hang on to power that much that they can even how do I put it? They are not afraid to walk on your shine. To make sure that they're gonna dim your light, just for them to hold on to that power.
Exactly.
Because they are afraid that if you realize that, but I can survive without this person.
Now I didn't think of it as for it. No man, I don't want you to be independent. Rather than at that moment, I just thought for as a woman, I want to be independent. I just felt like getting like in my mind I was like,
you don't want to
you don't want me, you want you don't need so into the no and what I'm going to say is this. Do you know how many times, like kids would say like one inch, I'll be like, shit, my woman wants to do something so that she can also meet me halfway. You understand? Not just financially, but also to do something, push herself and all of that. And I support her. Like I really do support her and all of that. And when you spoke about your goals and all of those kind of stuff, do you know that she is a very 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 passionate woman when it comes to beauty and all of those kind of stuff? Do you know that I'm also like in the fashion field and all of that. Do you know how amazing that would be if she starts with her empire, with her goals, and then we can. You understand what I'm saying?
Balance.
And that is what you were talking about. If you find someone who has their goals and they are not yet there, find someone who will be able to uplift you also. But on the same time, you find that balance where you can.
Listen, man.
No one overpowers no one. You
That's-
understand what I'm
I
saying?
understand-
So that is why what this
understand,
guy said now, it really got to me because of it hits home. Because of that's what I want for each and every person out there who is in a relationship. You understand? So let us not think about independency as a negative
connotation
tool or whatever. You understand what I'm saying? Because, and especially with the guys, man, especially with the guys, it is not wrong for a woman to Sheba, we are not 1942.
Jesus bloody
You
Christ.
understand? Because go na le batho ba ntse ka bibile tsa go ye baba. Go na le batho ba nno go batho go a tswa mereko go sa dene go gae a kono ba a shebele bana. That's your job.
Dude.
Like that's nonsense.
Where's the fun in that? And then re batla go sheba ba ba kontle ba ba tsamaya
Hey,
kwa ba no bale.
hey,
Forgetting
that's what
that
they
we are conditioning our woman
Yeah.
to be that, and that is not really
And that's
attractive.
effed up,
Let's be
man.
honest.
That's effed up. No.
That's not really be attractive. So umushebile ka di lang skirts sa ga tsone tse le hebo baba, and like
Ile wena
this
mo
old
dule
woman. And then no bona wa kwa bona ko batla no go lebisa ena.
Yeah.
But not realizing that you can motivate Sheba, give that woman that spark, or encourage her on that, because of most probably she tried to share her dreams with you once or twice, and then you made sure that you crushed those dreams. Mostly that's what happens, and then now because of she becomes what you wanted to be. She's the submissive woman. She's like, maybe I'm just dreaming, maybe I'm just being silly. Right,
Or she feels
so
like
let
she's
me,
not enough.
yeah, maybe let me read that. Oh man, it's not for me.
And it's so amazing, Frank, when you have a conversation with a woman, and especially maybe your partner, and then she tells you about what her aspirations are, what her dreams are. Do you know how
That's
amazing
the
that
most
is?
beautiful
And especially
thing.
when you also add on to that, then you also give her advice. That's amazing, man.
Adding value to.
That's amazing.
Listen, there's nothing as fulfilling as adding value to someone's life.
Yeah.
And that goes without saying, especially when it's your partner. Because of Seba, this is life. You guys might not be together forever. We don't know what might happen in the foreseeable future. But working out knowing that at least I added value to that person's life, that's the most beautiful thing that can happen, right? Because of even you adding value to that person's life guarantees you that she or he is going to add the value back. And then now that's how you guys grow, right? That's how you guys push each other to not be afraid to take that leap of faith, knowing that I have my backup, man. I can take over the world. I can be Superman, for heaven's sake. I can be Spider-Man. You understand me?
Yeah.
Because of you have that backup, you have that person that you know that this is my fallback person. But when things are tough, I can not just financially, but I can talk to that person, and then what they share will add value to what I'm going through. Maybe just look at the whole situation in a different manner, in a different light, that might still push me to do better.
Yes.
But now, at the same time, we can never run away from the fact that sometimes independent women, guys, some of them, that misunderstand what being independent is, might earn more than the guy.
Yes.
And then jiggy now she becomes emotionally abusive because of.
Yeah.
True.
What do you say
I
about
forgot
that?
what they call it. I think it's Harvard independence. It's when you have trauma. Most women, yes. There's two kinds of independent women. There's the women who have suffered from trauma, who were forced to be independent. You know, the kind of woman who had to be breadwinners of the family.
Sure.
Maybe let's say mama le papa bana sa bereki, she had to work, she had to take care of her siblings, and then she found a partner. And then the partner she found is the kind of person he's finding himself, but he hasn't found that, that job that gives him
He's not at his peak.
he's not at his peak. boutique, so he's not earning a lot of money yet, but he's trying his best, you know. So, and then she'll be like, when how munna wow dira gore nna ke dire chelete intse go itse wena. You understand? I know there's those kind of women, and those are the ones who have suffered from trauma. And then there's the kind of woman who's independent, meaning she chose to be independent, not because of trauma, not because of trauma, but because you made a decision for yourself that, you know what, let me not build my life for a man. You know, there's this kind of woman, for instance, I've met a lot of them in varsity. The kind of woman who says, I can't do this because when men look at me out there, they wouldn't want to marry me.
Yeah.
What? At the end of the day, we need to face reality. Not every woman in the world is going to get married. So are you going to sit down at the end of the day and say, you know what, I'm not happy because, you know, I didn't get married and all my life I tried to impress men? You're not going to want that.
Why do women obsess about marriage like that much?
I also don't know. I just don't know. Because for me, if I don't get married, it's fine.
Yeah.
And as a woman, if you don't get married, it doesn't mean you can't have kids. You know? I feel like also they think, you know, just because I'm not getting married, it means I won't have a family. But you can have a family of your own. Because I mean, with me, I'm okay if I don't get married. You know, I know what I want for my life. You know, and there's goals where I feel like I would have a family, even though I don't have a man in my life. You know, and also with the things of, let's say, with me having a foundation for myself, I mean, those kids will become my family. So with women, I just feel like there's some women who fear being alone, and there's some women who are okay with being alone. Yes.
That's true. But still, it baffles me because of the majority of women obsess or they fear being alone. Like, it's like for them, being in a marriage, I don't know. Damn it! I don't know if being in a marriage changes the destiny of a human life for them. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. It's like, if you get married, you're not gonna die. If I was told that getting married, it means I will never die, I will live forever. Believe me, I would rush to get married. But now, for heaven's sake, life is still what it is.
It's still
whether you married or you're not. And then. Marriage doesn't determine your happiness, by the way.
Exactly.
So a lot of women, I think they quantify marriage to be like, you're going to be happy if married. That's the only way for you to, as a woman, be happy. A single woman can never be happy. I don't know. And then for me, sometimes I think it's brought up by the society, our society, like what we preach unto women. They grow up playing mapopa, right? And then they being conditioned that you're supposed to have a father, that there's supposed to be a man and woman, married, children.
Yes. I get that. Also, maybe the family that she was raised in, maybe everyone everyone at home, they're married, you know. So it's a thing of, so now I'm not going to get married, you know, those kind of things. You know, I just feel like with women, it's very important to date yourself as a woman, you know, so that you are not lonely, you know, so that you don't feel like, you know what, you're lonely. For instance, when you date yourself, you spend quality time with yourself. You get to know yourself. That's how I said earlier on, it's so important to invest in yourself as a woman, because then you will start to know your worth. Then you'll start to know, this is the kind of woman I am. This is what I like. This is what I don't like. This is what I want in the future, and this is what I don't want in the future. You understand? So that's how I'm saying, as a woman, it is very, very important to invest in yourself and to get to know yourself and to date yourself. Spoil yourself as a woman. You know, we're not saying spend like 1,000 rand or what. Sometimes it lipstick 20 rand, 10 rand. You know, it makes a woman feel good. You know, don't forget yourself as a woman. You know, and don't make your looks based on what men are going to think. You know, don't dress because you want to impress men. Dress because when you look at yourself in the mirror, who do you see? You see yourself.
And
you don't
like,
see those people.
Goddamn
You know?
woman.
Exactly. You know, now when you look at yourself in the mirror, you don't know yourself, but when people see you you out there, they're like, oh, you're so beautiful, you know what? And that makes you happy, and that's not supposed to happen.
So you're seeking validation
You know,
from other
you're
people.
seeking validation from other people, and you're supposed to find that in yourself. That's why it's so important to feel whole as a woman, you know, because I feel like right now, the generation that we're in is a generation of change. You know, when we have kids, we don't want to raise kids in trauma. That's one thing about me. I do not want my kids to be raised with trauma. I don't want to have daughters and say, hey, Tasadi lipstick, you know. I want them to say, okay, mama, you know what, I like makeup because it makes me feel good about myself. Not because I want to impress boys, you know. Mama kirata maybe burukhe because you know, it makes me feel comfortable. We shouldn't be saying, oh no, how apara burukhe batho ba gona gana utomboy. It's not about that, you know. It's about looking at yourself in the mirror as a woman and feeling content with who you are, you know. So that's why I feel like some women are so lonely, and we can't blame them. It's because of the people they surround themselves with, you know. Sometimes it's so important, especially as a woman, to build a sisterhood. It doesn't have to be a big group, but just find women who you can learn from, you know. Women who can teach you about success, women who can teach you about finding yourself, women who teach you teach you the importance of investing in yourself as a woman, you know. Things about, do research about who women are, what is your energy. I mean, woman, a man, right? In the Bible, Adam was the first man, right? And God created Eve for Adam. At the end of the day, as women, we need to understand men were not created for us, we were created for men.
Okay, yeah.
Women, we need to understand that we are very powerful as women. Like, we have a very powerful energy, and that's why we also can have kids, you know. God has trusted us to have kids because He knows what He has put in us as women. That's why I'm saying it's so important as a woman to find yourself and to find who you truly are. And I feel like it's so important for every woman to start being independent, because now you will really learn to understand when a man says that, you know, it's hard at work, you know, there's things that are not going my way at work, you know, there's this thing I want to do with my life, but I have to focus on this thing first. You understand those kind of things. I feel like as when you become independent, I feel like when you start having kids, like especially daughters, we should teach them when they start, they should start off being independent. You know, in varsity, it's a very important thing. So that when thinking has an allowance, it shouldn't be a thing of, let me go look for a blesser out there, maybe, you know, those kind of things. They need to learn how to be content with what they have and make it grow without using their bodies for money. You understand? So that's why I'm saying, Hori, it's so important that as women in this generation, that we should be women of change, women of standard, you know, that we should know who we are and what our power is.
You okay?
Yes.
Damn it!
Wow. Oh,
She just graced us with words, hey?
oh. No, we're not even
But
motivational speaker.
She is
Wow.
though. You should do motivational
I
speaking.
don't. And my mom told me to start doing it. I'll try.
And she was nervous. She was like, what's up with the
Posted in
But
TikTok videos and
woman.
everything. It will
Yes,
yeah.
like one thing about me, I love women. I just feel like women just forget who they are. Like they don't have a kids, and it's so sad because also with the thing of they don't want to go to school anymore. It's a thing of I want to be a housewife. Don't get me wrong, it's okay to be a housewife. You know, also one day I want to be a housewife, but when I become a housewife, I want to have money in my bank account, the kind of money that I know, you know what,
It can sustain me being a housewife.
You know, it can sustain me being a housewife. Sometimes your husband for we're thinking sometimes let me buy my husband something with my money.
With my money,
you know?
yes.
So I just feel like women think that when you're independent, it means that you're not going to be a housewife one day, because now people are so obsessed with being housewife at a young age. I don't understand why. Like
But I'm a Nigerian.
like, you know, like
Because of my Nigerian support.
like, you know, I don't get it. That's what I'm saying. I just feel like, and what women don't understand is that right now people are so ready to give women job opportunity. You know, because they want women to start believing in themselves, especially in business. They are so ready for women who
There are like a lot of opportunities. Shaba, if you have a business and then there's a woman in the business, or even more women within the business than the guys. listen, the chances of you guys getting the tenders and
it's very
the
high.
finance, the fundings, and it's very high.
Very high because now people are starting to realize they are not like the women in the past. The women right now, their mindsets have changed.
But just a question though. What do you think, right? I hear what you're saying about, and I agree with you fully about women being empowered, them recognizing their worth and whatnot. But don't you think that in a way that happening is coming at the expense also of the men?
Of the men.
In terms of now the world, the way it's shifting, it's mostly focused on women but oppressing the male persona in a way.
Yes, because now women really want men to step up their game, But I just feel like it's not about listening to what people are saying. With me, it's honestly, if when as a person you want to become successful, you're not going to become successful if you listen to what people are going to say. That's one thing about me. Like, I wasn't gonna be who I am today.
But
So that's why I'm saying with this thing of the woman, like right now, there's more pressure. Are you saying there's more pressure on
oppression, not with the oppression on the men, because of now everything is woman, this woman that, like even GBV, which is a gender-based violence, but unfortunately, female now is the only gender. There's no male gender because of. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, I feel like
before you answer, because of let me lay it down. I still understand. I still know that women are being abused and children are being abused, right? But also men are being abused.
Yes.
So and it's been overlooked, right? That's what I'm saying, because of the world is shifting. And then they're trying to give the woman the shine, but it's coming at an expense of now the other party being overlooked, being oppressed. Do you understand what I'm saying?
I honestly just feel like the reason why it's like that, number one, I have 2 points. Let me speak about the first one. Okay? It's because men, the way men are so used to be providers, they forget how they have feelings. They forget how sometimes as a man, sometimes as a man, you get abused. But one thing about it, they hide. They shy away. But women, one thing, especially, I feel like the reason why people in the world are shaken by women right now is because they are so ready to speak their minds. They are not shying anything away.
Though we men don't speak, and it's true, and we have ourselves to blame because of we decide not to speak. Where else there's an alternative of speaking out, even though we are being taught by society that we're not supposed to. This is a new age. This is an AI age, bro. Fourth industrial revolution. You're supposed to be thinking better. You understand? But still, the bylaws that the government makes are not even helping the whole thing. Also, it's for me. It's like it's causing the drift between the two genders even more, and surprisingly so, mostly on blacks, because of you don't actually have that kind of pandemic when you talk about the whites. I never hear about white women, white feminists.
Everything, They don't post everything. They choose to take the law. Or they like the law. So with us, it's just the thing of with black people, we just want people to see, And I feel like with this one, Lady Zama is at fault because I also saw her, she apologized, and people were like, but she apologized. At the end of the day, Java was bashed for what happened.
He lost endorsement, and then that's the thing. A woman can just apologize, be like, my bad.
Imagine.
No, actually, that guy didn't rape me. By that time, that guy was locked up for 15 years. And I'm like, only now I'm feeling remorseful. He didn't actually rape me. I was just and then it will be like just like a story, and then you lost your 15 years in the prison.
Imagine
being raped by other men, like being screwed over, bruh. Like your life changed, bruh. Your reality changed. You will never be the same. And then only God was sorry. And the Lord just taking you out and like.
And you know what? I've met a lot of men who were in jail for rape, and they did not rape.
Do you understand? So sometimes
because of Lawyer police station, only out, and then you go there, you be like, I'm here to popular statement case, popular case because of my woman is abusing me. They're gonna laugh at you.
That's true.
They laugh at you.
That's true.
When you're a guy. You understand?
So
it's
yeah, it's like
sad,
that, bro.
man.
It's
Sad,
sad,
man.
but
It's
I hope you guys took notes. Umpemeti was like on fire. Let's start speaking out and let's not be intimidated by independent women, guys. Having an independent woman is not wrong. Actually, it can be even beneficial for you, the guy, to make you realize your dreams, make you achieve your goals, whilst you helping the woman also to achieve theirs. Partnership, Baba. And then I believe it will solve this whole problem that we have of always trying to put down the woman and then abusing the woman because we are afraid to lose that power over the she's also a human being. She also has aspirations and dreams to achieve.
True.
You understand?
Yes.
No?
That's true.
Any last parting words, advice for the man, for the woman out there, for your future younger son, future younger daughter?
I have advice for the woman. I feel like with me, it's the ladies.
It's the ladies, Baba.
I would just say, women, invest in yourself more. Don't forget that you are a queen and there's so much power inside of you. And I would also advise women to date themselves. Make time for yourself, you know. Go out, go on solo dates, buy yourself flowers, buy yourself, spoil yourself as a woman, invest in yourself. And also, I would say women should make research, you know, learn from other women. And also try to surround yourself with sisters who will empower you, sisters who will help you find yourself, sisters who will be able to say your name in big rooms. That's what I can say.
Okay. Wow, you heard it from the sister. My guy, you have anything to say?
Nah.
You good?
No, I'm good.
She took the words out of your mouth.
Like, I mean, everything that we said today also, man, like we covered everything.
Oh.
And especially even about the men. You understand? This whole thing of being silent. That thing, it's a danger zone. Being silent. It really is. Like, trust me, man, I know there are days where I also get depressed because of I choose not to speak. You understand? And I know a lot of brothers out there who are afraid to speak, and especially when this person is in pain. When you ask the guy will be like, nah, you understand what I'm saying? Like crying in silence. In silence, it's very dangerous because of we don't know what your thoughts are at that moment when you are alone. That is why people end up taking their own lives. You understand what I'm saying? And like, let us just start. Even if you just find one person to talk to. Yes, my guy. That's the only person that I talk to. When I feel to vent out, I only go to him. I don't even go to my other friends. You understand? I go to him because I feel I'm much more comfortable speaking to him.
Safe,
you understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
And like, that's just how it's supposed to be, man. Like, find someone. Just find someone. The more you find someone, the more it will grow and elevate to the point where you're actually getting used to the fact of speaking out. And when you are able to speak out, that's when you will be able to go also to the authorities if you are being abused as a man. You understand what I'm saying? So yeah, that's just about it, man.
Yeah. On that note, we are happy listen, you've been an incredible guest.
Thank you.
Oh, you've blessed us with something very beautiful. And then let's take note, guys. Brotherhood, speak out. Women, don't be afraid to hustle. Hustle your ambition, Lala. Don't let any man take your shine.
Yes.
Right? You're not wrong for wanting to have it, to make it out in life, to be that millionaire, billionaire, zillionaire.
But don't forget, don't do it for the power only.
Yes.
Do it for the right reasons.
For the right reasons.
On that note, this is Trenders, Mr. Gobaka checking out.
Last 5 years.
Peace.